Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for April 16th, 17th, and 18th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is a general reading, and you know what that means. I'm going to be using, yes, my two Radley Valentine decks. This time I use my Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I'll pull one from my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I will also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Okay, I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job, just deliver the message. And it always works better when I don't understand what I'm talking about. So here we go. Now, remember that we are finishing up Aries season. So happy birthday for the last time to Aries. Now we will be coming to Taurus season. That'll be on the 19th. So happy birthday to the Tauruses. Couple of things. People have asked me recently about tarot decks. Now, one of the things you'll know is I have posted my longer readings, and I posted those yesterday. And I use a bunch of decks. These are decks that have resonated to me in one point of my life or another, but the ones that I really connect closely with are the ones that I use on more of the general readings, the general energies, okay? So they seem to really connect. Now, I will sometimes pull in my Rider-Waite tarot deck too. I always had a harder time connecting with those. But in the last year or so, that connection actually, because I started to study a little more about them and I understood them. Now, granted, I've been reading these, so you would think it would be a very easy transition. Well, it wasn't. It really wasn't. The thing I like about that deck, is that it just kind of gives me answers like that. Okay, it's like this, whereas these decks, the ones I use, gives me a little bit more depth. It gives me a little bit more understanding. Now, one of the questions I was recently asked was, should your first tarot deck be gifted? Well, that's very nice, and if that's a possibility, that's very nice. Now, is that a hard and fast rule? No, it is not. Because if you see a deck in your hands and you're something about you just kind of itching to get a hold of them, you go ahead. It's okay for you to buy that deck. It's okay for you to, obtain that deck. Now, I would be careful about, the only thing I'm careful about, well, not only thing, but the one thing I'd be careful about is the age of the deck, and I would make sure, and who is gifting me the deck. Now, there are things where objects can grab onto other people's energies. And so you really want to make sure that you do something to clean the deck, that you want to make sure that you do something to make the connection with you stronger than any other connection. Now, there's lots of different ways, and maybe I'll do a video on that more so. I have a lot more decks, and as you know, sometimes I pulled in my Radley Valentine Guardian Angels, very sweet deck. That's on the longer readings, but very wordy. I've got other decks too, like I said, that at some point I resonated with. So, do you need to be gifted with a deck? No, you really don't, because you want to have the deck really be something that calls to you. Now, this is my opinion. You can have somebody else, and I respect and will listen to other people's opinions on this. But if you have something that really calls to you, go ahead and do this. There is, like I said, there are things to do to help cleanse the deck and how to kind of attach it to you. Okay? Now, I've also had people say, well, maybe this is not right, this is evil, this isn't the way it should be. Well, the thing about that, I'm going to say, is higher power, the supernatural beings, is, much greater with their energy than images on paper. Okay? So if this is something you're called for, except, like I said, I always pray, meditate, and infuse the decks with Reiki energy. I am a Reiki master. But when I pray, I also, I ask higher power. But also when I start my readings, I'm going on more than I wanted to, but I'm sorry. I start my readings actually inviting the archangels to come. I ask Archangel Gabriel to join. And, with archangels, we have all this, well, they're female, masculine type of energy. So is it Lord, Lady? I don't know. But I ask Archangel Gabriel to come and provide the words and to let the message be something that resonates. I ask Archangel Uriel to come, and I ask that, because Uriel brings a lot of wisdom and higher wisdom. And it's sometimes when I say something, I go, wow, I surprised myself. I ask Archangel Raphael to join, to bring healing and to bring what is needed to soothe and, support, encourage our souls, our spirits. And that's even another video. And I ask Archangel Michael to come. Part of the thing I ask Michael about is, hey, Michael, help me to do what I'm doing. So, but it's also to bring forth a bold word and for me not to second guess myself. Whatever needs to come out needs to come out. Okay, I've said too much. Please take a look at the longer readings. I did post them. I will post an overview for Taurus season. I feel Taurus season. I actually feel that there's kind of some, I know Taurus is earth energy, so you would think that we would be more down to earth. I feel like, Taurus is going to break through, and it's just it's going to, that bull energy. That bull energy wants to push through a lot of barriers for us. Anyway, now let's go on with our readings. Hello, my Capricorns. How are you? Well, let's see what we've got for the weekend. Okay, cards already flipping out on us. Oh, the Eight of Water. The Eight of Water. So eights have that unlimited energy. I'm sorry, unlimited possibility. Water is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio fluid emotional energy. There's a little bit about wanting more in your life. There's a little bit about looking for deeper solutions. I do think that Taurus season will be expanding for you. It has strong expansion energy for you. But let's go on here and we're going to cut. Now remember, reversed cards have strong energy to them. So let's see what we have here. They're all reversed, and we start out with the Eight of Water, which I already told you a little bit about. And, there's a little boredom, there's a little bit of antsiness, there's a little bit let's get ready, there's a little bit I want things to move. And this is all about a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. Well, you know what? I think Taurus season is going to do a lot of that for you. But you are going to play a very integral part in that. There is a sense of there's just a real sense of, not accepting any other outcome. Okay, let's go on. Next card. The Eight of Fire. So now we have a couple of eights going on. And remember, that's unlimited opportunities. That means, infinite possibilities. Fire energy is our Aries, which we're still in. It is our Leo, Sagittarius, passionate, burning, determined, but it's also a sense of, boldness. It's also a sense of, I want this. But this is also talking about things happening faster than maybe you feel comfortable with. This is, maybe there's a lot of things you've put out there, and now as Taurus season comes, you're seeing a lot of these returns actually happening. So, sometimes things can move fast. Sometimes you can have prayers answered, wishes heard, and sometimes you're like, wait a minute, wait. The timeline's off a little bit. The thing is, though, I do feel a lot of excitement here, and I do feel that this is kind of like, okay, now, it's like ripping off that shell, ripping off a lot of those coverings, those pieces that have covered you and maybe protected you. There's a vulnerability with this also, but you are so tired of not living that you're going to risk it. Anyway, events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. And your last card here, The King of Fire. Wow. Okay. So we have an 8-8. There's something with those eights. You may want to look those up. Search engine, angel number 8-8. But King of Fire. King's underlying energy is air. That is our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, thought processes. There's a lot of wisdom with the air energy, the King of Swords. There's a lot of wisdom. But this is the King of Fire. And the King of Fire is like, yeah, I'm going to take my wisdom and I am going to go with this. So the King of Swords, the King of Air, will sit there and think things through and will just kind of contemplate. The King of Fire actually thinks things through and then does it. Okay? The King of Fire, is like, we're doing this, we're not stopping. Again, kind of looks at the whole of his kingdom, and this is male or female, looks at everything and says, we're doing this. We're not static. We are on the move right now. So, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Because this is, I'm also getting that laser focus, laser beam. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So if you do have somebody in your life that wants to give you a little advice, not telling you to accept it or to take it, but I am telling you to listen, okay? And at the end, you might say thank you, and then you do what you feel that you need to do. Anyway, but I do feel laser focus. I do feel laser beam type of energy for you. It's like you know what you want now. And you might have a little bit of insecurities. Like I said, it's taking off that shell. There's some vulnerability, but it's worth your risk. Now, this is reversed. This is the 9 of Gabriel. Gabriel is fire energy. 9s have a completion type, so things are coming to a completion. Things are coming to a point where now you have to stand firm. You have to stand, it's part of that standing in your power, but also standing in confidence that you are on your right track. You are on your right path. But Deb, how do I know I'm on the right path? You know what? We can always second guess ourselves. This isn't the time to second guess yourself. This isn't the time for you to doubt. This is the time for you to be firm and have confidence, okay? So this is an interesting time, but stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. 9s have that, let's wrap it up. Let's get this done. I'm so done. I'm so done with this. So 889 might be some numbers for you to look up, but definitely those 8s. Let's see what crystal or energy would be helpful for my Capricorns. Here we go. And then we play, let's see if Debbie has the crystals or she can identify them. This is reversed. I don't have that one. I do know that. But this came up a lot in the longer readings. So you might have seen, I don't know if this came up for you, but it's very interesting to me. Awakening all chakras. Those are your energy sources. Ultimate manifestation, vibrancy, powerful shift. So be prepared for that, because I do feel that Taurus season is going to bring about a lot of those powerful shifts. Anyway, good stuff for my Capricorns. Now my Capricorns, I hope if you like my readings, I hope you do like them. I enjoyed doing them for you. Please press the like, share, subscribe to get the videos out more and more. It helps to have exposure, and then that helps to keep me encouraged to do them. So I thank you for doing that. But more importantly, my Capricorns, and as always, please know that you are truly loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.